Hello, hello. I've got a burning question for you today. Are you ready? What's the ROI of hugging on your mother? And what does that have to do with today's show? We're talking about client experience. You know what? I don't even know the answer to that. But my guest, Mateo, is going to join us in a moment, and he's going to share why hugging your mom has such a high ROI. You guys, customers. We all need customers to be in business. Without customers, whether you're a solopreneur, have a small agency, or are a Fortune 500 company, without customers, you don't have a business. So, what are you doing to attract and retain loyal clients and customers? You know what? Studies have shown that 86% of customers are willing to pay more for a better customer experience. And 73% of those customers say that a good experience is a key factor in their brand loyalty. Raise your hand if you will pay more for a better client experience or better customer service. Can I raise two? Well, it's my show. I guess I can, because I think that having a great client experience is worth every penny. It's very clear that customer experience has a direct impact on a company's bottom line. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Fienbrandt, the host of 15 Minutes of Fame. This is my weekly show where we drop bite-sized tips to help our busy entrepreneurs, business owners, and CEOs get the most out of LinkedIn, life, and coffee. Three things that I love. Today, I'm going to be joined by my good friend and colleague, Matteo Trussellini, and he's going to discuss how he trains his staff on providing excellent customer service. My question to you is, why be Walmart when you can be Tiffany's? So we're going to be talking about how to connect on a human level, how to walk the walk, and what does the ROI of hugging your mom have anything to do with today's show? You guys, let's go ahead and bring Matteo up. Matteo.
Hi, Mary. I love the question. I love the question because hugging your mother has the ROI that tells us everything that we need to know about why choosing customer experience is the differentiator that we all need to grab right now. So, first of
Yeah.
all, thank you for having me on the show.
I love
And
that you're here. I love
I
it.
know. I don't know if anybody knows how we met, but we met a year and a half ago ish, right?
Just
At
a little over a year. We met last
a
March.
social media marketing world, and I like to tell everybody that you basically adopted me
I
on that
did.
day.
That's the story. We're going with it.
Yeah,
I
it's
adopted
true.
Mateo last year. And
It's
like you
true.
were standing there, I was like, what you doing for lunch? We met in a session and we've got Lisa Kennedy. Lisa right there. Hi,
Hi,
Lisa.
Lisa.
So we met at a session and I'm the person who says, I don't want you to dine alone. I don't say that, but I think it. I'm like, hey, what are you doing for lunch? You want to join us?
I'm like, yes, yes, I do.
And we ended up hanging out.
Yep, yep. So let's make clear one thing, Mary.
Yes.
The person that said the famous phrase, "What is the ROI of hugging your mother?"
Hmm.
is someone who's not with us anymore, unfortunately. His name is Tony Shea, and he was an amazing human who happened to lead Zappos for 20 years before leaving
Oh,
Zappos. So the reason
okay.
why he said that as an answer to the question, why should we bother to put so much effort into customer experience when anyway we are selling, things are going okay. You know, we are still here. It's been 20 years. And he kept saying, well, tell me, what is the ROI of hugging your mother? Seriously, why do you hug your mother? Do you want something in return? Or is it
Because it
because
feels good,
it feels
makes you
good?
happy,
It's
releases those
nice
endorphins, right?
because it's human to human. And
Yes.
we forget about this when we are in business. So I'm in healthcare, right? Which
Ooh,
really needs some help in this. But this concept is applicable everywhere. And so
I love that.
to the
Hey,
question
so
of, go
but
ahead.
before we go any further, like tell people what you do and why this is so important because you just touched on it, that you're in healthcare, and we all know that healthcare, like, that is probably one of the toughest industries. I mean,
Yeah.
it was before, but after COVID, it's just tough. But tell everyone a little bit about the business that you're in and your role, so they can understand, like, where you're coming from, Mateo.
Yes, absolutely. So I work in healthcare. I and my husband have a small business in Brooklyn, New York. It's called South Slope Pediatrics. I take care of the business side. He's one of the doctors and the owner. I fell in love with customer experience and company culture in about around like 2015 when I stumbled into Delivering Happiness, which is a book that was written by Tony Hsieh. And I figured out that I could actually get trained. And so I went and attended 3 of their culture camps. It's a 3-day long experience at Zappos headquarters in Vegas. And I got really hooked to the concept that we're humans dealing with humans. And it's as simple as that. And so, to the question, why do we need to get hooked to the concept of choosing customer experience right now
Yeah,
as it
tell
our
us.
differentiator? I have 3 answers for you.
Okay.
Because the first one is, we imagine just going to work and actually loving going to work, loving spending time with your colleagues, loving spending time in dealing with customers.
So I'm going to say that most people probably think that that is impossible. I'm
Right.
not going to like I'm a career coach, so I work with people and they're miserable, right? They're like,
Hmm.
I hate my boss or the organization or my coworker
Right.
drives me batty. So you're going to tell us that your happiness level can be elevated when you think
Hmm.
about the clients. Tell us more about this, because this isn't just for business owners now.
Yeah.
This is for everyone to apply.
True, exactly. So the concept is that you don't do customer experience for the customer. I don't actually like to call it customer experience. I like to call it human experience, because you should create, as a company, as an individual, you should create experiences for everyone around you, because everyone around you is human. So it starts from within for me. And so taking care of your team, your teammates, taking care of business partners should be as equal as taking care of customers, because a happy team will deliver happy experiences, right? And happy experiences will keep the customers happy and coming back. So it's a link. So when you work on your company culture, which is something that every company has, no matter what anybody thinks, whether you have defined or not defined your company culture, your company already has one. So it's up to us to grab it and design it as we want it to be, or just to let it go. And there you have it. Most likely, those people that you were referring to, they're not very happy, they don't like their boss. It's because the culture that they live in at work kind of stinks, or has never been
Yeah.
designed, has never been really worked on.
I think,
So that's
like,
number
taking it
one.
back to the human to human factor, Mark Schaefer, a few of us know who Mark Schaefer is, right? Lisa Kennedy, the human to human factor. Lisa
Mhm.
Kennedy says, everyone around you are humans. Love this. I do too, because I think, Mateo, that's probably one reason that and Lisa, like Lisa Kennedy and I just met this year. And of course, I dragged her to like dinner and stuff too,
Yeah.
because that's what I do. But it's really about that human aspect. And, I think it almost goes back, and I'm going to age myself if anyone else out there is, treat others as you want to be treated, right?
Right. It's as simple as that. And we can all have bad days. But if our why is clear, why we're doing what we're doing, then the how will be super easy. So, reason number 2, why
Yes.
we
Luck.
should,
Hmm.
why we should choose experience. This is going to feel kind of like a little bit out there, right? But experiences create community. So instead of being, and I'm going to explain that with a little story. So instead of being the regular company that kind of gets out there and does things and it's all based on transactions, we could be that unicorn company that actually can create a sense of belonging, a sense
Mm.
not just
So
for the
it's not just
customer.
transactional. Customer walks in, you say hello, you check them in, they have a seat. It's very stiff,
transactional.
very transactional,
Right.
right?
Because
And
we
so,
forget that
yeah,
we can connect at a human level. Why would we give them the transactions? We can actually choose to use the transaction as an excuse to
ooh,
create experiences. We're going to go
use
through
the
that in a second.
transaction as an
Mhm.
excuse to create the experience. And so
Right.
I want everyone to take a note right now, pause. Mateo is not saying customer service. I think it's really important that we call that out. He's not saying you need to provide excellent customer service, right? He's saying client experience. And I think just the shift in what we're calling it kind of elevates it, makes it like, what? Client experience? I want them to have a great experience when they walk through the door, or if someone books a call with me and signs up as a client, I want them to have a wonderful client experience. I love where this is going, Mateo. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but
please.
it's not customer service, it's client experience. I just want
Right.
to everyone to get
Service to
that.
me has a little a weird connotation, but also think about it this way, right? So we're thinking about experience instead of service. Think about it this way: when you invite your friends over, you plan things, you want them to have a good experience, you're not rendering a service, you're
Are you in my
creating
head
the
right
moment.
now? Because literally, I have friends coming into town Thursday, and I'm sending them pictures of everything I'm baking for them. At
Right.
like literally, like I'm planning their full 4 days here because I want them to have the friend experience here in Arizona.
Exactly. So you go a little bit above and beyond just the, okay, I'm gonna cut some salami and cheeses and
Oh
then
no.
we're gonna be drinking wine, right? So that's the transaction, but you're using that to
Yes.
create memories, to create an experience, to
Yeah.
create something that connects at a human level that they're going to keep with them for a long
Oh,
time.
so you want them to create this memory, this happy,
Right.
good feeling memory when they are working with you. Mateo went above and beyond. He saw I was having a hard day. He offered to get me a bottle of water. It could be something so
Right.
simple. It could be
It could be
something so
something
simple as
because
addressing you and saying hello and actually having, a 90-second, 2-minute conversation
right. It could
in
be
a
as
busy
simple as
office.
just stopping everything and listening. Because when
Mm,
someone calls a doctor's office, they don't call you to discuss the weather or to
no.
say, oh, Christmas is coming. What are you getting for your family? You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to really practice to listen, but listening to understand, not listening to give an answer. And
Ah,
sometimes
key point.
people, yeah,
Listen to understand. Do not listen to give an answer. I think
right.
that's important. Like a pause. That's a pro tip, you guys.
Yep.
Listen to understand, not just to like, okay, they're talking. Okay, they've stopped. I can give an answer.
So let me tell you a little bit why I think that
Okay.
creating and delivering experiences actually creates community, because I have a little story for you.
Okay.
And I know nobody wants to hear about the pandemic anymore, and I'm going to be very brief with this. But during the pandemic, my company was this close to going under. And we
Mm,
all know what we went through, right? So think about that time
yeah.
in healthcare. A lot of smaller companies like mine really got in trouble. Remember that patients weren't coming through anymore. The way that we generate income for the practice is patients being seen, unfortunately. And that's another chapter that we'll discuss another time with insurance. But at that time, everything stopped. And we were so close to just being done. I decided as a leader to be transparent and to tell everybody on the team and to also tell everybody in my community, which are my patients. We had been in business for 9 years at that point, and we had always wanted to create a community. So every effort was to create solid relationships, one patient at a time. And everybody around me always told me, "Oh, you're crazy. You should just see patients, build the company, and move on for the next patient," right? Instead of wasting time on creating a community or creating strong relationships. At that point, my company was risking going public about it, telling them about it. I was risking that everybody would just leave and say, okay, give me the medical records. I'm going to go to a bigger office, like a hospital based office where I know they're going to be in business. I knew that. I decided to send out an email and tell everybody in that email what was happening, and also tell them I'll be live on Instagram to take questions for you at this time tonight. So I did. I went online live on Instagram, and I was really waiting for them to say, "Oh, okay, that's all right. We're done. It was a good ride. I'll see you later." Except that everything that I was expecting did not happen. The opposite happened. My community said, "You guys are not going anywhere. So tell us what we need to do so that you can stay in business and wait for the PPP loan," which took 3 to 4 weeks or longer. At that point, I was shocked because I felt like, no, I need to take care of you. You don't need to take care of me. But the community wanted to take care of us. So they organized a GoFundMe. They made sure that we stayed in business for as long as we could so that we could bridge with the PPP loan. And this would not have happened
Wow.
at all if we didn't think that creating a community was a good idea.
Right. So it was about really creating that client experience before you needed it. So
Right.
just being who you are, human to human, and creating this community where you really had people rallying behind you
That's
because
correct.
you had given to them, you had treated them well, you had created such a joyful, positive client experience that when you guys needed a little help, they were there for
Yeah,
you.
and the thing is that we didn't ask for help. We were just
Right.
telling them, look, we want to be as transparent as possible. And the thing is that you have a sense of when you're creating a community when they start using nicknames for your business. So
What
my
was your
business
nickname?
became from South Slope Pediatrics. They started calling it SSP. Then it became SSP Families, who are the families that come to
Oh,
our practice. Then it became SSP Community. You know what I mean?
I
So
love
these are
it.
the little signs. Anyway, I wanted to give you the little story. Let's
I like
move
the
on
story. I
with.
like stories. We learn from stories. Okay, so we talked about H to H, human to human. We talked about the community.
Mhm. There's a
And
third
then
reason.
what's the third reason?
The third
Tell us.
reason why I think that we all in every industry we should really focus on customer or human experience is that by delivering this experience, by creating these strong relationships, you create an army of brand ambassadors. And do you know how much this
Ding, ding,
costs?
ding, ding, ding.
Zero. It costs you the time you need to listen and create their relationship. That's all it takes. And these brand ambassadors are going to be the ones who, when someone is talking behind your back, a friend you thought it was a friend is talking behind your back in a place that you cannot get into. So we are all
Mhm.
good at reading the Google reviews, the Yelp reviews, and we can answer.
But the
Those
rumor
are
mill, who's
public,
talking behind your back
but
and what are they saying?
Facebook groups and WhatsApp
When you
groups,
have a brand ambassador, they're going to
right?
stop. They're going to put a
We
stop because
as
Mateo, I know that if anybody was talking about me, you would put a stop to that because you're one
oh,
of my brand
absolutely.
ambassadors. And that's creating the relationship in the community. And Lisa says, when you build a community and treat them like they are humans rather than just a number like Baskin Robbins, right? Or McDonald's, that's when the magic happens. You create family within your business.
Yes,
I
you
love
do.
that, Lisa. And I love, Mateo, your passion for creating an amazing client experience because I know that you genuinely care. Um, and I'm just so blessed that I got to meet you and adopt you at social media marketing world and just learn more about you and Lisa this year is now in our dinner crew. So you guys know that I'm all about connecting and cultivating the
Mhm.
relationships because to me that's more important than anything.
Yeah,
And that's how you create a great client experience, even though you guys aren't my clients, right? Creating that
yeah.
client experience that you'll continue to talk about. So this hug, the ROI on the mother hug thing, is that just because it makes you feel good? Is that what the gist of that was? Is there
Yeah.
more?
Well, this is the thing. You see, we're human to human. So why wouldn't we do this? Why?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Human to
that's what I'm
human.
saying. That's all I'm saying. We're human to human. If I always tell my team, when you interact with anyone, whether they're clients or not, right? Can somebody could call and we can't help them because let's say that we're not in network with their insurance. We're still going to help them. Think of them and treat them as you would treat your best friend, minus the curse words,
Okay.
right? What
Yeah.
wouldn't you do for your best friends, and how you know, what wouldn't you say to your best friend to help them? Again, minus the curse words. That's how you need to treat anybody.
I love it. Well, Mateo, we're out of time because, I try to keep this short and sweet because
Yes.
people got businesses to run and client
Mhm.
experiences to launch and emails to write for some of us. But, Mateo, I just have to say personally, in the last year, the growth that I have seen from you on LinkedIn is amazing. I love that you embraced it. So tell us, where do you want people to connect with you? How should they
Mhm.
connect? Is it
Yeah, first
LinkedIn,
of all,
Insta? Okay.
the reason why my LinkedIn grew so much is because of you,
Mm.
Mary, and your help and your inputs and your, I don't like to ask, but you like to volunteer some information. So I like it. I take it and it really works. So thank you. So
You're
this is a
welcome.
testament to,
Uh,
what you're doing, girl.
I just want to encourage and inspire others,
And you
right?
do, and you do.
Thank
Your
you.
energy is amazing. So I'm on LinkedIn. So anybody who wants to connect with me and follow me, you can follow. Click on that little follow button. You can also click on the little ring the bell so that you're notified of my content. You can also follow my hashtag Mateo knows so that
I love it.
automatically you'll see my content on your LinkedIn.
You can follow Mateo Knows and you can follow Train with Fame. That's the hashtag that I use 95% of the time. Mateo, thank you so much for joining me today. I can't believe we have to wait to see each other for a whole year. You as well, Lisa. We might just have to do a 6-month meetup somewhere, maybe like wine country tasting or something. I'm just
Amen.
saying. Or
Done.
Florida. Or Florida. I think we talked about that. Hey, you
Mhm.
guys, I just want to let you know where you can find me this week. I'll be jumping into the Glendale Chamber of Commerce. We have a meeting tomorrow. If you're local in Arizona and you're looking for an amazing network group, that is one that I have to offer up for you. Second, I've got a lot of speaking gigs coming up this month. Most of them are private, but I'll be speaking to NAVO, National Association of Women Business Owners. And shout out to my girl, Jen Drago, for nominating me to come to speak and train at their Lunch and Learn. I'm super excited about that. I have 2 VIP days left in April. That's it. 2. So if you're ready to get it done and dusted, boom, 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 in a day, get your LinkedIn revamped, your company page, your content, whatever it is you need, let's talk soon. And also, I just want to put this out there. This is a new service. I am finalizing my AI persona method training. I'll be a certified AI persona writer and trainer, and I'm going to launch with 10 female business owners in my beta group. It's one-on-one coaching. It is not group coaching, and I'm going to help you learn how to master AI and save you tons of time with content, emails, copywriting, etc., etc. So if that's something that's interests you, I just want you to shoot me a message on LinkedIn or an email, and I'll put you on the list. I've got 6 people on the list already, so there's 4 openings. And then anything that I mentioned, like StreamYard, oh my gosh, you guys, if you like the look and feel of this show where I brought the comments on, you can stream too. It's so easy. Mateo uses StreamYard. They have a new feature. He is streaming. This is my show. And now you can allow your guests to stream up to 2 platforms. So he's streaming on LinkedIn and YouTube. It's so easy. You literally hit a button that says go live, and I'm going to hit one in a minute that says end broadcast. And if you're interested in leveling up your streaming game, I'm going to drop my link in the comments after the show. Just click on that. And if you want help with it, I offer a 15-minute setup call. I don't get paid for that. It's just because I love the platform so much. I'll drop some other links too with my other favorite programs and platforms that I use. So if you're interested in like streamlining your processes, ClickUp is the portal for you. So Mateo, again, my friend, thank you so much. Oh, Lisa Kennedy says, I got to put this on. She says wine country.
I
Um,
agree. Let's do it.
yeah, Lisa, also, you're both encouraged and inspiring. Thank you so much. We try to make these short, sweet, and fun. And Karen joined us too. Congrats on a nice convo. And
Yay,
that's
Karen.
Yay. And that's what we want, you guys. So if there's a topic that you're interested in me going over, literally the show's not more than 20 minutes typically. Let me know. Next week, I'll just be doing LinkedIn updates because they're on a roll. They're rolling out new features faster than chocolate chip cookies disappear in my house. So come and join me next Tuesday and I'll review three new LinkedIn updates that you need to know about. And you don't get to know about them unless you're like connected to me. So ring my bell so you get my notifications because I do drop weekly tips, as Mateo says. So everyone, I'm Mary Fain Brandt. This is 15 Minutes of Fame. It's been fun and informative. Mateo, high five. I'll see
Thank
you
you.
online. Ciao.
Ciao.